Hello, this tutorial comes to you from a beautiful spring day in Ohio, so I am outside. So I am going to talk to you about how to create an assignment in Google Classroom. So we're in our class already on the classwork page, and we're going to go to Create Assignment. Once in here, you need to give everything a title, and instructions are optional, but keep your title short and put anything you want them to do with attachments or anything else in the instructions piece. You'll see why when you see how it shows at the end. Instructions are in. You can add or create anything that you want to be linked. So I'm actually going to add a link to an external web page that is going to give my students the text of Harrison Bergeron. So I simply go to it, copy the link, and paste it in, and it pops up. I'm also going to add an actual document that I have on Google Drive. Now I've pulled it up recently, but it's not showing in my list, so I can also search for it by typing in what I want, and now I found what I'm looking for, and it shows up there. And then I also, for my third piece of the assignment, I want them to complete a response document. I haven't actually made this, so I'm going to make it now so that it is attached to my lesson and students will absolutely know what they need to do, and it will be there even if they forget to click turn it in. So I'm going to create a Google Doc, which is actually going to bring me to a page to do that. I've created just a quick and easy way that students can respond to Harrison Bergeron as I would like them to. It's in here right now. You're going to see that this says Untitled Document, but don't let that phase you. It's going to come up correctly when we're finished. So now you need to pay very close attention to these drop downs anytime that you attach something. You have three different options. You're probably going to live in the first and the third option, especially if Google Classroom is new for you and or your students. So students can view the file means that they're going to be able to open it as a read only version. They can make a copy and then they can edit, but what you give them is not actually editable. Students can edit the file means that every single student in your class is going to be in that document making changes. If you have never done this before with your students and they don't know how to manage the etiquette of everyone being in the same document, I do not recommend it. Just ignore it, don't use it. Make a copy for each student, on the other hand, gives them a copy that they can write in, but it only belongs to them, and it stays in Google Classroom, so you can see anything and everything that they do to that document because it is attached to your assignment. This is the option that I would like so that I can see the annotations that they make. Well, I won't see the annotations they make of the text, but so that I can see if they decide to annotate the exemplar, which they don't have to, but then also so that I can see how they respond to my document. So once you have the assignment laid out, you have a few other options on the right-hand side. I only have one class. If I would have more, I could choose different classes to make this assignment jump into all at the same time. Very handy if you teach the same course but different periods. I don't have any students yet, but if I did, I could assign this to everybody or only specific students. So a great way to be able to differentiate. I can choose how many points I'd like it to be out of or make it ungraded. I can give them a due date if I so desire. I can create a topic. We talked about how to organize your classroom earlier and how you might have different topics within it. So we are actually working on a satire unit right now, so this is going to be embedded under that topic. You can put a rubric if you have a rubric for grading, and then you have the option for originality reports. This is pretty new, but know that if you use this, it's a plagiarism checker, and you can only use it 3 times, so on 3 assignments. So use it judiciously. I don't need it for this assignment. So when I'm finished, I can come up to assign, and I actually have 4 different options here. I can assign it, boom, it populates immediately for them. I can schedule it. Maybe I don't want to actually have this go out until Thursday, and today is Tuesday. So I can put a date on it, or I can just save it as a draft and come back to it later because I'm not quite done with it yet. I can also discard the draft. Oh, you know what? Didn't need to do this assignment after all. Bye. or I just messed up so much I need to go back and rethink it again. So my decision today is going to be to assign it. So once you've hit assign, you're going to see that it has populated in your classroom. You can just click on it and it'll pull down. You can see that doc that had said untitled is actually labeled with the correct title now, and this is what it's going to look like. This is very similar to what it will look like for your students as well. So hopefully that was a quick and easy way to create your first assignment. I'm sorry the video took a little longer than I had hoped for, but I hope you find it beneficial. Good luck!